Hello all, and welcome back to another episode of Tea and Games. This week it's an adventure on the high seas, dodging pirates and privateers to get as much treasure as possible. But beware, everyone else is looking to take a slice of your rewards, and you only have so many defended ships. But first, the tea. This week's tea is another Harney and Sons called Island Dream. It's a green tea with coconut and pineapple flavors and has a flavor profile that's something like a tiki cocktail. It's strange, but I kind of love it. This week's game is Letter of Marque, a privateering game for 3 to 6 players designed by Bruno Faiduti and published by Fantasy Flight Publishing. In Letter of Marque, you pilot ships of trade and of plunder, attempting to send your ships through corsair-infested waters to bring back fabulous riches to your kingdom, all the while sending your own corsairs against enemy merchants. And while you know which ships will carry the most wealth, you never know what ships are armed. A corsair can't stand up to a heavily armed galleon, after all. The players who earn the most treasure, both from stealing from others and defending their own, wins the game. To set up, each player chooses a color, then takes 5 ships, 5 treasure cards, and 3 cannon cards in that color. Each player then shuffles their 5 treasure cards and places them face down in front of them, forming their draw deck. Then, each player places their 3 cannon cards in front of them and their 5 ships next to their draw deck. To start the game, all players draw a card from the top of their treasure deck, and place it face up on the center of the play area. Each player then selects a ship without revealing the base to other players and places them atop the treasure pile. On a ship's base, there will be an etching of a cannon if the ship is considered armed. Only 2 ships of each color will be considered armed. These treasure cards and the ships on them are considered to be at sea, and only the ship's owner knows whether or not it is armed. Once all treasure cards are out and the ships are placed, the player with the lower treasure card at sea goes first, with play passing to their left. On a player's turn, they must take one of the 4 following actions: sail a ship, bring in a ship, attack an opponent's ship, or pass. To sail a ship, draw and reveal the top card of your treasure deck. Then, choose a ship from your reserve and place it on top of the treasure card, leaving enough room to see the value of the card. Then, place it at the center of the play space, putting it and the treasure out to sea. To bring a ship to port, select one of your ships at sea, take the treasure card from underneath it, and place it face up in your score pile. The ship is then removed from the game without revealing whether or not it was defended. To attack, use a cannon card to designate an opponent's ship at sea. The attacked ship is then flipped over and revealed if it is armed or defenseless. If it is armed, the attack fails. The ship is returned upright and placed back onto the treasure card. The defender takes the cannon card used and places it in their score pile. If the ship is defenseless, however, the treasure card is captured. The attacker adds the treasure card to their score pile and removes the cannon card and the defending ship from the game. A player without a cannon card cannot attack. If a player has no more ships and no more treasure cards, they may choose to pass their turn. They are not required to attack an opposing ship. The game ends when there are no more ships at sea or treasure cards in players' decks. Each player adds the total points of their treasure cards plus 1 point for each captured cannon, and whoever has the highest score wins. In the case of a tie, the player with the most cannon cards in their score pile is the winner. Letter of Marque is mostly a bluffing game, because your opponents know the value of the treasure and only 2 of your 5 ships can ever be defended. You need to decide what you think is worth guarding and what your opponents will think you think is worth guarding. The 7 is almost assuredly guarded, but what about that 5? Did you guard the 3 just to try and earn a cannon point? Or will that 3 be easy pickings for your enemy's corsairs? If you can figure out how to play everyone else at the table as much as the game itself, you could become fabulously wealthy. Mess it up, however, and you may find your wealth slipping into your enemy's pockets. That will do it for this week, though. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like and comment if you did. It really helps the algorithm, and I will see you all next time. And until then, good luck, stay safe, and don't die.